Hi, guys. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the morning show. Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited to chat with you guys today. So, today we're going to talk about 3 perception shifters that will catapult you forward. This is straight out of my mastermind call from yesterday, and I'm so excited to share with you the things that my clients and I really dove into that were these massive things that came out of it. So I'm going to share with you guys my little Cliff's Notes version of these 3 perception. That is a tongue twister. Perception shifters that will catapult you forward. So before we do, let's have a little chitty chat. So yesterday, good morning, Amber. Yesterday, okay, no, first of all, let's talk about these cosmos because oh my god, we are in some golden frequency energy. You guys see I'm hype. I'm hype. Golden frequency energy right now. Currently happening. So I'm going to tell you the things and then we'll go through it and we'll get a little synopsis on it. This is stuff that's affecting everyone. Everyone. So we have Venus conjunct Uranus, the Sun conjunct Jupiter, and Mars conjunct the North Node. Okay, let's break it down. Venus, we love Venus. We love Venus. Okay, planets we love them all. They're all great, but we love Venus. Venus is the planet of beauty, money, value, self-worth. It's the feminine energy. Like Venus is a vibe. So Venus is currently conjunct Uranus. What that means, Uranus is the planet of sudden change towards freedom. So we have this beautiful feminine, full of self-worth and money energy, conjuncting a planet that is known for sudden change towards freedom. Like, what a vibe. What a vibe. What a vibe. Okay. So this is happening for everyone. This is what's going on in the sky. It's also in the sign of Taurus, which Taurus is the sign of the material. It's the sign of earthly material things. So we have that happening. You want to look in your chart. Again, if you don't know your chart, download the Time Passages app. Totally free. You need to know where you were born, what time you were born, and your birthday, and it will pull up your chart. So you want to look and see where this Uranus, Venus, why words are so hard today. Hi, Amethyst. Where Uranus and Venus is in your chart in the sign of Taurus. This is the area that beautiful energy is going to be happening in. Then we have Jupiter conjunct the Sun, which is considered to be the luckiest day of the year. It's only like, it's a couple of days, but it's only like a couple of days because the Sun moves so quickly. So Jupiter conjunct the Sun, luckiest day of the year, good fortune, abundance, success, amplified. Sun is the amplifier, Jupiter, good fortune, success, and abundance. Jupiter we love as well. You cannot go wrong with Jupiter. The only thing that you can go wrong with Jupiter in is it can be the planet of overindulgence, like, because it's the planet of abundance. So you could like do too much, but just discernment, right? Discernment. And then we have Mars conjunct the North Node. Mars is the activator energy. It's the like take action, initiator energy in Aries, its home sign, conjunct the North Node, which is the karmic destiny point. North Node is a mathematical point, not a planet. So activating karmic destiny, which is a good thing. I know we hear karma and we're like, oh God, this is a good thing. It's a good thing. So anyway, that's happening literally right now. Saturday, May 18th is going to be the culmination of it. So all of that is to say, like, be open. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're feeling a really beautiful, good surge of energy right now, like allow yourself to feel it, receive it, take action towards what it is that you want to be doing and creating. The energy is here to support it. Amen. Cool. Okay, I'm going to catch my breath because I'm a million miles a minute. And today we're going to dive into Three things that can and will shift your perception to catapult you forward. I'm very excited to talk to you guys about this. So, yesterday, yesterday I woke up stressed out. You guys know these mornings, right? You ever have those mornings where like your dreams were tumultuous, you wake up and you're just like, oh my God. Like you wake up stressed. Well, that was yesterday for me. But I have learned, and feel free to take this on for yourself. The worst mornings always turn into the best days. Always. And that's not something that I like started affirming and then it happened. It is a pattern I noticed. The worst mornings always turn into the best days. And yesterday was no different. I woke up feeling stressed out, woke up just like, oh, and I was like, okay, all right, you're all right. You're good. Like everything's good, right? Like you walk through the house and you're like, I'm fine. Everything's fine. You're good, right? So breathing, tapping back into abundance, tapping back into trust. Good morning, Erin. And I was just like being with it, remembering the worst mornings always turn into the best days. I kid you not. I kid you not. Within like a few hours, I was already starting to feel better. I had like journaled my way into this like different energy. And then I get a message from one of my current private clients. Oh God. That because we've been talking about her renewing for another year. And she was talking about like, with every container that we've done, there's been like an intention of focus. There's a goal, which is good. You need a direction, right? But for her, it was feeling like pressure. It was feeling like, I don't know, like it felt like a lot for her. And so I invited her to kind of back up off of the goal. Do you know what I mean? Like back up off the goal, because sometimes we can get so honed in on what we think we need to be doing that we kind of miss everything else that we are actually meant to be doing. Do you see what I'm saying? So I invited her, like, okay, what if you don't do this? You see what I'm saying? What if you don't do it? Then what? Like, ask yourself, then what would be exciting to me? What sounds fun? What would bring you joy to put some intentional energy into? Like, back up off of this goal that you've been like hammering on and not enjoying the process of it. Back up off of it and see a whole bigger picture. What sounds exciting? What would bring you joy? So she's like, okay, I'll get back to you. She comes back the next day, yesterday, and tells me all these questions she started asking herself. She started saying, I just kept thinking about like, why do I have to have like a goal I'm working towards? Like, why do I have to have some valid reason to sign up to do another year with you? Like, why do I have to be like productive? Like, why can't I do it just because I want to? Just because it sounds fun. And I'm listening, she's leaving me a voice note, and I'm listening to this, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is so insanely beautiful. This is so expansive, because I can, you can feel in someone's energy. I could feel her energy lightening and lightening as she spoke, and it was so expansive. And she's like, I just want to I want to feel free. I just want to have fun. I want to do the thing that I want to do because I just want to do it. And she also wanted to sign up for this other program that was on like somatic healing or something. And she's like, and why can't I just do both? Why can't I sign up for the somatic healing program and sign up for another year with you? Like, why can't I just do it because I want to? And she's like going on and on and on. And she's like, so all of that is to say, I'm renewing for another year and I'm doing it for fun because I want to. Is that not the best thing you've ever heard? I was like, this is incredible. And it really had me start thinking, like, how much do we feel like we have to justify our decisions? Like we have to justify it with some level of productivity, some output, some ROI, versus I just really want to do it. It sounds fun. It sounds like something I want. I want it. That's it. Period. End of story. That's my only reason because I want to. And I felt like it was just such a beautiful, expansive energy. And it made me so excited. Like, needless to say, I'm so excited to do the next year with her because, oh my God, it sounds like so much fun. Like, we're just going to have fun. We're just going to see where it takes us. We're just going to have everything be led by joy, be led by because I want to, be led by let's see where it goes. How incredible. So, that just burst open my day. And then, among other things that came in, like mindset stuff and realizations around my beliefs and things, it was just an incredible, incredible day. So, also yesterday, I had a mastermind call. My mastermind, the Reclamation Mastermind, we meet in a group once a month, and each of them have 2 private calls. So, yesterday was our group call. I'm going to share with you guys the 3 main things that came through that I felt were so powerful that I think will be very, very helpful for you. So you're getting a little insight behind the scenes to my mastermind calls and the things that we talk about. So each of my mastermind clients are killing it. I mean, killing it. Like, but they've done the work. Here's what I want to say, because each of them has gone through their fair share of dark night of the soul. Each of them has gone through the like mucky muck. You know what I mean? Where you're having to do that inner work and you're uncomfortable. And now things are just opening up for them. And it's such a fun vibe. So we're going to dive in. 3 perception shifters. The first one that I want to dive in with you guys on is when you're making a big decision, like when you're deciding to make a huge move, whether it's like you're up leveling into a new level, you're making a big decision to leave a job, go to a new job, go to a new city, start a business, launch something new, whatever it is, there is always, write it down, tattoo it, put it on your wall. There's always emotional chaos before you make that decision. Always. And the reason for it is that our mind is set up this way to create sort of like a emotional chaos to make the decision almost seem scarier than what it actually is, because our mind is our resistance, right? Do you guys remember we've talked about it here on the show? The ego, the mind, is the opposite of the truth of who you are. So it's going to be your resistance. And when you are making a leap into a big decision, whatever it may be, and it even could be like actually a small decision, but it feels big to your body, there's always going to be emotional chaos right before. Here's the thing you have to know, and this is your perception shifter. That emotional chaos is actually the worst part. It makes up so much story about what's going to happen once we make that decision. All the fear, all of the like potential disasters, you guys know what I'm talking about. It makes up all these stories about how difficult and scary it's going to be if you make that decision. But every single time, and you can look back on your life and find this truth. Every single time that you make the decision, the emotional chaos, gone. And then was the actual decision hard? Like, was it actually everything that your mind and emotions made it out to be? Not even close. Not even close. So you have to know that the emotional chaos before you make a big move, before you make a decision, is the worst part. So with that, the fastest you can get to a decision, the better. Truly. Like, I mean, don't rush yourself in terms of like, process how you need to process. But the faster that you can get to an all-in decision, the better off you are, because you're not going to be swimming in that emotional chaos. Just like yesterday, we were talking about when you're surfing and you're getting hit with the wave, you got to keep going. You've got to commit to go all the way through the wave to get to the smooth sailing part, or at least try to get to the smooth sailing part. So the emotional chaos before you make the move is always the worst part. The fastest you can get to a decision, the better. Just make your decisions. You can't get it wrong. You can't. I know we think we can get it wrong. You can't get it wrong. Like, let me put your mind at ease. You cannot get it wrong. Because the moment that you make a decision, like a full decision, not a half decision, a full decision, which is a whole other topic. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's Friday. If you guys have questions, send them into the show. The link is in the show notes. So make an all in decision. The moment you do, everything in the universe aligns to that decision. Meaning it's not like, so say it's not the best decision. Because that's what we worry about, right? We worry about making the wrong decision. Maybe I should have done this or I should have done that. So say it's not the highest potential decision you made. What happens is quite literally very similar to your GPS system, where when you put a point into the GPS, you know where you want to go. Your higher self, universe, God, divine, knows what you want better than you do. It's got the GPS point. So if along the way you get off the route, off the path, and you take a left turn, it is just going to line up things over here to reroute you to the right path. Do you see what I'm saying? So you can't get it wrong. Make a decision and save yourself days, weeks, months, maybe for some people, even years, that time period of being in emotional chaos. It's not required. I said it. It's not required. You don't need to be swimming around in tumultuousness. Just make the decision. So the emotional chaos is the worst part. So if you're fearing making a big decision, know that the emotional chaos before you make the decision is the worst part. Once you make the decision, you're clear. You're clear. You're clear. It will work out fine. Okay. Number 2, be I want like the most powerful way to say this. You know who you want to be. You with me? You know who you want to be. Show up the way that you want to be. Stop sidestepping. You with me on this? Stop sidestepping. Stop apologizing. Stop thinking you have to earn your ability to be who you want to be. You don't. You know who you want to be. You know how you want to show up. Show up the way you want to show up. Show up as the version of you that you want to be. Don't create this like 8-step plan to become who you want to be. Just be who you want to be. You follow me on this? Permission granted to just show up in the wholeness of who you want to be. Just show up in your full authority. Just show up in the way that you want to show up, that you can literally see in your mind. You can see yourself being and doing as this version of you. Can you not? Like, you can see it. Be that. Do that. Make the decision to just do it. You are never, here's what I'm gonna tell you, you are never going to receive enough validation to feel as though you are now good enough and can be who you want to be. You have to just be who you want to be. Because that energetic frequency of I'm waiting to receive enough validation, I feel like there's all these steps I've got to do in the in between. That is a frequency of energy. So I want you to imagine it's like that's an alternate reality that you will never get out of until you just decide to be who you want to be. So show up the way that you want to show up. You want to show up with like loving grace and authority and like I always say I think the sweet spot of what I want to be is like I want to walk into a room and I want to like hold that authority and that like level of grace. Like I want to have that authority and grace. And I want to like have that connection with people, but then I also just want to be like just like a little bit scary. You know what like Miranda in The Devil Wears Prada. Like I just want to be like a little bit scary. She was a lot of bit scary, but you see what I'm saying. Anyway, just be who you want to be. Show up the way that you want to show up. The beautiful thing about this is once you do that, because it's essentially you giving yourself permission to be your higher self. Like you already have the right to do that. You don't need someone else's permission to be your higher self. It is you giving yourself permission to just be your higher self. As you do that, the growth And the lessons and the things that are going to come up for you, the healing is going to be so in alignment. Like, meaning it's not going to be this tumultuous, getting slapped in the face with a wave kind of growth. It's going to be the kind of growth where it's like you are purposefully ascending to a higher version of yourself. You're doing it on purpose. So the things that need to come out to be healed is going to be like you're going to feel some emotion come up, or you're going to have a part of you get triggered or hit, and you're going to have the ability to be like, oh, whew. I listened to the Marli show, and she told me that when I get something hit, it's something I need to see, acknowledge, forgive, love, release. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? That's a totally different path of growth than I need to like figure out what's wrong with me and prepare myself to be able to be who I want to be. And then you just stay in this tumultuousness of like digging in on yourself. We don't want that. Just be who you want to be. Show up as you want to show up. Permission granted. And then the last one, and this is, I really like this one because this is like tangible. You can go take action on it immediate. Really, all of these you can, but I love this one. When you are pursuing something, a goal, a new whatever, new level of life, position at work, whatever it is, when you're pursuing what it is that you're going after, which by the way is innate to humans. We are programmed to have something we're pursuing always because it instigates our growth, which is amazing. Instead of focusing on getting the end result, which I know that we're trained this way, have an idea of what the end result is that you want. But instead of like every move you make thinking about how do I get that outcome? How do I make that result happen? Instead of that, I want you to focus on building momentum towards that end result. Do you follow? Every action you take, building momentum towards what it is that you want. What this does is it takes off the pressure and the shame of I'm not there yet. Like if we could get rid of that forever. It takes the pressure and the shame off of that. You're not stopping after every action and then checking like, oh, did I get the results I wanted? No, I'm a failure. Like we can get rid of that. And what it does is it actually gets you there so much faster because now you're seeing the insane benefit of every little move you make. Every little move you make builds momentum towards this bigger thing that you want. Then what happens is you start getting all of the universal forces involved because as you're moving towards something with all of you, everything in the universe follows your lead. Everything in the universe follows it's your snow globe. Okay, don't worry about other people. Other people are doing them. They're going to be fine. As long as you are following your highest good, what you feel the most called to, everything you do moving towards that thing is going to have the whole universe involved with it. And it is going to benefit everyone who comes in contact with you. So instead of being like, how do I make this thing happen? How do I make sure this thing happens? Instead of that, how can I build momentum towards this thing happening? And then what's so beautiful is that it's going to end up being bigger and better than you even imagined because you have focused on building the energy up rather than trying to get the exact little result that you think is the only thing that's possible. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Like, doesn't that just make everything so much fun? Momentum, which by the way, is what all manifestation is. It's momentum built. It's energy built into finally the physical result of reality. Dun, 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 dun. I'm really hype about this one because this is so valuable. Okay. What do I need to say? I'm so hyped today. Okay, tomorrow is Q&A. Tomorrow's Q&A, and we have a fancy new Q&A submission page. Yes, please be excited because I am. We have a fancy new question submission page. So you can submit your question totally anonymously if you would like. It's marlyansel.com/the morning show. marlyansel.com/the morning show. It will pull you up a page where you can put your name and your email address if you would like to, but it has a question box. You can type your little question, hit submit. I will receive it straight to my email. It's very exciting for all of us, and it's going to keep everything so much more organized. Praise. You, of course, can still message me if you would like. I love talking to you guys. Okay, and then if today resonated with you and you found it helpful, please share the show. Should I say it out loud? I am initiating a goal project. I'm going to start intentionally growing the YouTube channel. I am going to intentionally grow the YouTube channel. I'm really, really fascinated with being able to monetize YouTube because it's a space where I can just come and teach for free. I can come and teach for free and monetize it through YouTube. So I'm very fascinated with this. I am going to intentionally start growing this. If you guys want to help me grow my YouTube channel, I would love, 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 and so appreciate it. And you can do that by sharing the show with all of your friends. Tell them to come watch. The more people watch, the bigger the show gets, which is so fun. Okay. I think we've done it all. I've got to calm down or I'm going to run out of gas. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here live. You're amazing. I love you. Share the morning show with everyone you know. And tomorrow is Q&A. Submit a question on my fancy new page. I love getting you guys questions. I love it. Q&A is my favorite day. Submit a question, marlyansel.com/the morning show. The link will be in the show notes below. If you're on Instagram, it's in the link in my bio. Check it out. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Goodbye, my loves. Goodbye.